what inspired you to go for Mr. India and subsequently Mr. World? You were doing pretty well in the modeling space, but what was the drive, that one drive that led you to participate in Mr. World? Was there any one specific reason? Or, was there something in your mind that you want to represent India and take it to the global heights as you've achieved?
I think one step at a time. When I was I was modeling. I am not a content person. I think it's very difficult to to become content. And I'm also Leo. You know how headstrong Leos are. Modeling was not enough for me. I thought there's something more I want to do, and you've also heard Bombay is a magical city. Overnight dreams come true. You must have heard. So I took that too seriously, and I thought now I can make more and more dreams. So Mr. India was my next dream, and then it was Mr. World. So what motivated me is, I think every other person, the journey when I see, it could be Shah Rukh Khan's journey or it could be Akshay Kumar's journey. I read a lot about people and their journey, and I realize that sky is the limit. So why not participate for Mr. World?
Awesome. So modeling is a space where it is not so easy to sustain in this field, especially if you look at the entertainment industry. Today you may have a work, but tomorrow may be a day when, and especially during the COVID phase, it was not easy for many of the actors to sustain, right? So how did you manage that phase, and what were your key learnings from that?
Luckily, I started doing content creating as well. If you see my Instagram, I do promote a lot of brands, and I should take this name out. Oppo Mobiles was one of the brand I'm a brand ambassador of, and they have been really good during my COVID time. They were paying me on time. So that's one of the best thing happened. COVID went on really good because of that. Otherwise, definitely a lot of modeling projects were affected. I couldn't do a lot of work. But I always see there is one side to life. I got close to my mom and dad, started sharing a lot of things. I feel the relationships became very strong, and I started getting to know my nephew very well in the COVID time. The number of games I played, so I made my inner child alive. I would say, yeah, it wasn't that bad. The relationships turned out to be stronger.
Awesome. So I've personally followed Rohit's journey for the last few years. And one thing which has always inspired me from Rohit's journey has been that he has been someone who is self-motivated. He does not need motivation coming in from anybody, because if you look at his Instagram stories and his Facebook and his content, he's someone who is very consistent in his work. So my next question would be, if not in entertainment industry, where would Rohit be now?
I like the job you have, actually. I would have been the corporate job. Yeah. Like, I see all you guys, I feel this is such a cool place. Like, everybody's looking so lovely, so well dressed, and the suits and the job. Look at the campus. I was just feeling I might just change my profession.
Well, that's a compliment for Woxsen. I think this deserves a big round of applause.
Also, I have been a very studious. I'm studious. So in my graduation, I had a corporate accounting subject, and I scored highest in my college, 100 out of 100. So there is a side of me which really wants to learn a lot. So if not, I think modeling and acting, I would have been into business.
Awesome. So you're someone who is also into fitness big time,
Yeah.
right? We have some really great guys who are into fitness at Woxsen.
Yeah,
So what is the advice that you would like to give to our youngsters in today's time who are having that pressure of academia and want to still make the best of their fitness?
I think fitness is a term which is too complex, I feel. It's very important to give your body that 1 hour every single day, if not 1 hour, at least 45 minutes of movement. I would call fitness as movement. Maybe you could dance, you can sprint, run, or do any kind of movement, yoga, which could happen. But it's good for your longevity. It's good for your, dopamine. You're happy when you're exercising. So I think make a schedule for that. Like you could start your day with workout, no matter how tough your next day is. It's like a routine. So I would say make fitness as your routine. And I had a problem. I had problems with sleeping. So I feel 7 to 8 hours of sleep is very optimal and important, even to feel better.
Yeah.
So fitness has a lot to do with feeling better. And then yes, coming to the most important part is nutrition. Right now, I met Chahat. I have my bag. I have 2 tiffins in my bag. I carry my food. So it's very important that you eat the right food and right quantity. There's so much more deep I can talk about nutrition. There's protein, carbs, and fats. So everything has to be proportionate. But yeah, as of now, I would say just enough water, enough sleep, and a little movement is good enough.
Awesome. So I think you've taken the feedback from Rohit himself, right? So my next question would be, so you've been inspired by Shah Rukh Khan's journey, right? You have looked up to Shah Rukh Khan for your movie career, right? So is there a time that you've thought that you would want to work with Shah Rukh in a movie? If yes, or is it that we may expect anytime soon?
Well, yes, I've seen Shah Rukh Khan grown up. I think is one of the reasons that I wanted to pursue acting. And why not? I think I met him twice in Bombay, especially after I won Mr. World. And in the Filmfare Awards, because that's hosted by Times of India organization, and I won the title from Times of India. But would love to work with Shah Rukh Khan, and the taste keeps changing. These days, I'm also following Amitabh Bachchan a lot. The kind of consistency he has at this age. If you guys know about it, even at this age, he's before time on sets. He's working very hard. So it would be Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan, but major reasons would be Amitabh Bachchan, I would say, to look up to. It's just not acting, but a lot of other things also, being on time, being healthy, etc. for a lot of things.
Awesome. So we'll move on to the next segment of the talk, which is a rapid fire. And this is a surprise element, by the way, Rohit. We didn't prepare for it, but let us have this. So, are you ready?
I am game on.
All right. So the first question is, and this has to be one word. If you want, you may explain that. What is your relationship status?
Complicated.
All right. So, the next question is, which big production house in India you would like to work for?
Dharma Productions. Is it 11/11 by any chance?
While you received the invitation from Woxsen, what made you say yes to come to Woxsen?
I think the moment I got to know about Woxsen, I put the name, I saw the campus, I saw the dignitaries, and I saw some YouTube videos. And can I say no to Woxsen? Of course not. I think this is one of the best sessions that I've had. I mean, it's an honor. Sorry.
I think the feeling is mutual, Rohit. It's a pleasure for all the Woxsen fraternity to have you, right? Moving on to the next question. What were your key learnings from your academic career? 1 or 2 words.
Preparing just before the exam is not important. I think throughout the year, preparation is important.
I think this is very important for most of you sitting here at the back, right?
Just those night outs before the exam doesn't work. It's very short term. And I think having a right association of friends who are very good in studies is important, not those who are very frequent to canteens.
The next question is, popularity and fame for Rohit is dash.
It's temporary. I think it's irrelevant, I would say. I feel relations are important, and I have been very humble all through my life, and I wish and I know that I would be the same. Popularity and fame, it's all right. I guess it's an illusion, I feel, many times.
Yeah. I totally agree.
It's not
In
a
fact,
very Mr. World answer. This is a very honest answer.
so I totally agree with Rohit. He is really a humble man, because when we were managing and planning this entire summit preparation, I said, who should I invite for the Global Impact Summit as a public figure who can, connect well with the theme of the summit and also speak to all the youngsters and who can be as authentic as possible, because it is important for individuals to remain authentic. And that is one thing which I have personally observed with Rohit's journey, is that he is really a humble, genuine, and authentic guy. So I think he deserves a big round of applause.
Thank you so much. Now that's like my Marwari friend.
And my last question of the rapid fire would be, 1-word message for the world from the platform of the Global Impact Summit at Woxsen University.
I think one word would be patience. I guess patience is a very, very important word. Once you keep working on yourself and have patience, everything in life works out. So patience would be the word for it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rohit, for sharing your views with us.